Welcome back to another episode of Tips and Tricks with your favorite instructor, Instructor Shelton. This morning, I have the awesome Jeff DeMaio. How you doing, Jeff?
I am doing great today. Good to be here.
Yeah, so introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit. What is it that you do?
Well, my name's Jeff DeMaio, and believe it or not, I have been working at the same public high school teaching social studies for the last 25 years.
Whoa.
I've been in the same spot. The building is newer, but I've been in the same spot for the last 25 years. So kind of a little bit of a boring story in the sense that I knew I wanted to be a social studies teacher. I went to a local state school in Connecticut and got my degree, got hired, and I've never left. I've been there ever since, 25 years.
Oh,
So
I love that.
it's a little bit of an old school story, but my classroom is my home, and I have additional degrees, but I just have never had the desire to leave the classroom.
Yeah, you love it.
I love it. I love the
love
kids.
Yeah.
I teach mostly seniors. So I the older the better for me. No disrespect to, I admire who's ever teaching the young folks, but
I love my seniors. I love them. I love my senior babies. That's my group.
they I usually have the bulk of my kids are college bound kids or the world of work, and I just think that by 17 or 18 they get a little more human.
Yes.
And,
yes.
they get very engaging and thought provoking, and I've always enjoyed teaching the older kids.
Oh, well, I am ready for your tips or tricks with that 25 years of knowledge. Let's have it. What do you have for us?
I think, and as an older dog in this game, I'll give you two tips. One is an old one, is to be prepared. You can never be prepared. As long as you've been doing it, I prepare every lesson every day. Yes. The details may be a little bit more in my brain than on paper, but there has to be a large degree of preparation for every class, every day. And it's more than one step ahead. You want to be a couple of steps ahead. So I think it's critical. And that piece of education, whether we're remote or in person, that will never go away. It's timeless. It's timeless. So that would be one. And the second one, which I'm getting better at, is you have to get connected to the younger teachers.
Yes.
They know what is going on, and they are so savvy, and they are so advanced, and they are so modern, and they are so hip. There's people now teaching that are as old as my own children at home. And I gravitate towards the younger teachers as my outlet, my safety net. When I need a new idea, an ed puzzle or whatever, all this new stuff that's going on, which some of it I can't spell, but I got to learn how to do it. And so as an older teacher, do not get too old for the game. Yes. Never get too old for the game. And the way to do that is to get these millennials or whatever they are that know all this information. And I have a couple very close people that are in their mid-20s that are second and third year teachers that have helped me so much. And I help them, and there's other things that I can share with them, but they are a huge resource. So
and
those would be my two.
I love when I connect with them, because the new ones, especially the ones who are like first year, second year, third year, they have like that new teacher fire, and you're like, yeah, I need some of that. bring it in.
We all, no matter the juice that we have within, and we wouldn't be teachers if we didn't have it. You need to recharge your batteries.
Yes.
And a lot of times when you can't do it yourself, and you can't always get it from the same people, your spouse or whatever.
Yeah.
You need new blood, and new blood is a great thing to help you jumpstart and really keep that energy flowing. And one of my closest colleagues is actually one of my former students.
Oh,
that
I
has,
love that.
yeah, she now teaches next door to me, in the same department as I am in. And so it's very refreshing in a lot of ways, you
Oh,
know.
when they
So
come back and they reconnect with you. I still have seniors that I actually keep in touch with. Some have started families. I'm like, oh God, how long did I have you? They're like married and they reach out and they're like, this is my family, this is my husband or wife. And I'm thinking, don't tell my age, don't tell anybody.
and that's like you're suggesting. That's the beauty of the business that we're in. And on some level, it is a business in the sense that it's about connecting with people and continuing to communicate and forming these relationships. And as I always say, you know, we give to the students, but the students give to us. And the reality is, you know, if you can continue to nurture that and build that, you know, education becomes a fun place to be. You know, it really becomes a safe place and a fun place for kids and for teachers. So, you know, that's hopefully what I hope to do it for a couple more years, you know. So we're still plugging away, Danielle, you know, we're still plugging away.
Oh my God, I love that. Thank you so much, Jeff, for sharing those nuggets. Be prepared. I definitely believe it. And I believe in being prepared with more than one lesson, because there have been a couple times I have a lesson and I'm like, this one is gonna rock. And then I do it and my kids, it's not good. And then I'm like, well, that's plan number two.
That is correct.
Because plan
You're
number
totally
one,
correct.
plan number one fell short. So be prepared. I love that. And then connect to the younger teachers, because we definitely need that fire and that inspiration from the younger teachers as well. So I love that, because stay connected with people, form relationships. That's beautiful. That really is like the cusp of the teaching world and the teaching family. So I really want to thank you for coming on and for sharing your nuggets of wisdom. And this was like super fun. So I really hope to like have you back again to share some more, because we got to stay connected to each other in this world right now.
Well, I'm not sure if you knew this, you now have a friend for life in me. So you're stuck. So I would love to come back on, and I would love to continue to share the journey here with you and for all the folks that are out there. I really appreciate it.
All right. Well, have a good day, Jeff. And I hope that you guys win the game today.
Oh my God. You know what? We're not supposed to pray for things, just strength and wisdom, but I think I'm praying for a win today.
All right. Well, have a good day. I'll talk to you on another episode of Tips and Tricks with Instructor Shelton and Jeff DeMaio.